Well guys, I finally got the TTI Combat. This is my first CANiK and I am excited. This is an 18+1 magazine, came Optic ready, and it came with quite a bit, so we're going to do an unboxing and take this to the range and see how we like this guy. Now guys, I wanted this gun for a long time, so when I saw someone trading one, I went a little bit heavy on my trade to make sure that I would get it. I traded the KSG, the High Point 10mm, and a Mira safety gas mask. Again, this is used, so I'm not sure exactly what came with this and what he added on, but I'm just going to show you what I have here. So this was Optic cut and already had the Optic on it, and if you look at the cutout, it had a spot for an Optic, so I'm assuming the Optic came with this package. You have a massive slide lock and slide release that's going to be on both sides and looks absolutely beautiful. When you go to pick this up, there's a nice spot to rest your pointer finger. It's going to be textured so you know exactly where it's at. And when you're doing the compact grip, the same thing, a textured spot for your thumb, so you can just feel that pretty easily. We just did a little double check, making sure that the gun is completely clear. So we're going to do a trigger pull. Now that was smooth. I have a lot of Glocks, and that was a lot smoother trigger pull than any of the Glocks that I own. The guy I bought this from said he put about 500 rounds downrange with this gun, so it does need a cleaning. I went ahead and shot it while it was still a little bit dirty, but we're going to clean it in this video as well. Now the novelty side of CANiK is actually pretty dang cool. This is the first time I've seen one of these. This is a little toolkit. You just take off the bottom and empty it out, and you have a few tools to work with. You got all the essentials on that first layer, but the second layer here has a few goodies itself. I will say the case is pretty big, but having a holster inside the case, that's nice. If I ever got into competition shooting, this is definitely one of the guns I would consider shooting. This or probably my Shadow Systems, and we'll probably do a little bit of a comparison of the two in a minute. You also get this cool little CANiK coin, which again, I know it's novelty, but it's cool that they include it. To compare this gun straight to a Glock would be an insult, so I'm going to use my Shadow Systems. We're going to be looking at the Shadow Systems DR920P and comparing that a little bit to this CANiK. When looking at the price, both of these are going to be around that $1,000 mark, give or take a little bit here and there. Now when you start comparing these two, one thing you're going to notice is the CANiK is a little bit bulkier. Shadow Systems is more traditional, like the Glock 17, more boxy. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. The trigger pull on the CANiK is a lot better than the trigger pull on the Shadow Systems. So I like the trigger system a lot better. And the other thing I like more about the TTI is how it feels in the hands. And you can sort of see they have more of a back grip there, and it just feels more ergonomic than when you hold the Shadow Systems. This is also going to be the first time that I shoot a CANiK, so let's go ahead and go to the range and see how it shoots. I don't think I showed this in the unboxing, but they also give you this little thumb saver right here that you could use to help load some ammo. And for this part of the video, I'm going to let the gun do the talking, but we are going to show us cleaning this up after. Those first two mags was basically us just shooting, trying to get a feel for the gun. Now that last one, I was trying to aim, get a little bit of a grouping. Wasn't the best grouping, but I'm just going to chalk that up to the first time shooting the gun. But I liked it a lot. Now, we didn't have any jams or issues when we shot this gun, but it does need cleaned, so we're going to do that right now. Now, to break this down, it is pretty dang simple, very similar to a Glock. So we're going to double check, make sure that this is clear. Take the magazine out, one more quick check, nothing in the chamber there. All you have to do, pull this back, and you're going to hold that with your hands. With that held back, you have a button here and a button here. Pull both of those down, release, pull the trigger, and then push with your thumb. Now, don't let it fall, but that's how you take it off. And the spring is going to be right here. So we're just going to push with the thumb, take this out. We're going to set it down for a second. From here, we're going to push up here, let that go all the way there. And there's a tool that you're going to need to use right here to get this compensator off. And the tool goes right here. You can see it's missing. So we are just going to clean this as best we can with that piece still on. So we're going to be using shooter lube today. We're just going to spray some on right here on the napkin and use this to clean as much as we can off. We'll just go ahead and start here, and we are going to just get all of that grime and gunk off of there. Do the exact same thing, spray this down a little bit more, clean off the spring. And then we are going to do the exact same and clean this entire part right here. Now, when it comes to the oil, a lot of people are different. What I like to do is do one drop here, rub that around the whole base with my finger, do one drop on the spring, and then do 2 drops here, one at the top, and then one on the barrel, and then rub all of that in. And if there's anything that looks like it needs a little bit more oil, I'm going to go ahead and do it. They say definitely don't over oil it because it's going to attract dust, but I'm going to make sure this is going to be lubed up. All right, I'm going to call that good, and we are ready to take this bad boy to the range. So far, I really like this gun. Sounds beautiful, shot well. Looking forward to mastering it and figuring out exactly the ins and outs, but would recommend. And yeah, more videos to come. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss another video.